When I graduated dental school, I worked part-time as an associate with another doctor. And that was actually where I did the most hygiene because he would book 16 recure visits for me per day. Of course, I had an RDA, thankfully, to help me polish teeth, but that's still a lot.
Yeah.
And then the other days that I had off, I would work out of my mom's practice, but she had a very unique practice setup. She had two operatories, and for the duration of her career, she only used one operatory. So she had one staff member, one operatory, and the second operatory was basically like where she would hang the lead apron. Like it was completely unused. So when I graduated, she didn't actually have like patients, like overflow patients to give me, but she had a chair for me to use. So I used that chair to see my friends, and which turned into my friends of friends. And I had, thankfully, just a lot of word of mouth referrals, and my practice grew from that one chair to overtaking my mom's practice. I basically very quickly, had to cut back my mom's schedule, and I took over hers. It got to the point where there were days where I was using both chairs, or I actually got to the point where I was using. I actually had two hygienists working in the office, and I would just be in the back. My mom could go play golf, and I would just like work in like the back and like tinker with floss and have my hygienist working there. So yeah, it was a very unique. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, to have a two operatory practice with two hygienists and no doctor chair. But that's kind of like how I also had time to work on Coco Floss.
And now, is your mom just like the mom of Coco Floss? Is she wrapped up her dental career?
She still practices. So I since had to buy another practice, and now we have 5 chairs, thankfully. So she's still practicing. She practices 2 days a week. And she loves being the Coco Floss mom. Everywhere she goes, every CE course she goes to, she very proudly tells other dentists, like, I'm the Coco Floss mom. So I've heard, I guess. I actually don't always go with her to CE, but that's what I hear from other people.
And what about your sister? She's also part of the family business.
Yes, she is. So my sister is the CEO of Coco Floss, and she's my co-founder. And honestly, like, I don't think it would have happened if I didn't get her on boards, because I had been tinkering with floss for years, not getting very far, just being so busy with dentistry, and obviously, like, not doing, yeah, not being very efficient with my scheduling. And so, yeah, it wasn't until my sister decided she wanted to quit her job and start a company that I was able to. That we were able to get Coco Floss off the ground.
So is that really what sparked, that your sister being able to really focus on this, where, it sounds like you were able to make that pivot where you turned a side hustle into your full hustle. Like this is your, like you mentioned when we were first talking, your dental practice was your baby, and now you have Coco Floss as your baby. Do you think that was really the rocket ship that, took off from there?
Honestly, I want to say the rocket ship was the dental community, because when we first started Coco Floss, like, we didn't have a lot of money to spend on it. It's a bootstrap business to this day, but we basically took our initial run of Coco Floss and we sent it to all of my dentist friends and hygienist friends. So everyone I knew, even my professors at school, I made sure that all of them tried it, and thankfully they all loved it. And since then, they've been telling their patients about it. So the word of mouth, I would say, was the rocket ship. So I have so much to thank the dental community for. But yeah, my sister, she's the brains. I call her the brains because she's brilliant. She's both she's really great with numbers, and she's also an artist. So we designed all of our initial packaging all by ourselves. We basically, built our business on the back of a napkin, and just kind of for fun. And now it turned into a bigger company than my dental practice.